11 life paths, welcome back if you're returning. Okay, if you're new, welcome to my channel. Now let's get straight into the video. You are very psychic. All my 11 life paths, I want you to know this. You are very psychic. Okay, you're a psychic person. Okay, you are a special person. You're cut from a different cloth. Okay, the answers are within you. Now I'm gonna get into the story, whatever happened to me when I was in Alberta. This story, I'm telling you, it blew me away. Okay, it literally blew me away. And I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. If you are an 11 life path, just know that you operate from a very like a high frequency than most people. Okay, you have to know this. You're a different person. You're very different from the vast majority of people. You'll get to know that only when you meet other 11 life paths and you're like, oh shoot, like we get along. And it's very shocking because most 11 life paths do not get along with other people. We are liked by a lot of people, but we don't get along with other people. Now, when you become more psychic, right? When you start to become more and more intuitive, you start to draw the right people. Let's get straight into the video right now. Let's get straight into the story. Whatever happened to me when I was in Alberta, Banff, okay? Now, I'm with my brother-in-law and my sister, okay? I was with both of these people. I went to go meet them, okay? Love their energy. Amazing people. So I'm with them. We're hanging out, okay? Now, we checked in, we went out, we go back into the hotel room, okay? They went out for the night. They came back. When they came back, my brother-in-law's talking to me, and he knows I'm an 11 life path, okay? Now, when he's talking to me, I told him, I'm like, I'm very psychic. And he gets those vibes off of me, you know? He gets those vibes off of me. So, he put me to the test, okay? Because when you say something, let me tell you guys something. Anytime you say something, make sure you can back it up. That's the difference between a real person and a phony. You have to learn how to back it up. So he put me to the test, okay? Now, let me tell you guys something. When he put me to the test, I was in my deepest element, okay? My pure 11 energy. He's like, tell me what number I'm thinking, and he gave me 1 to 5. And I'm paraphrasing the whole thing because I don't remember it word to word. I'm like, no, let's do 1 to 10 or 1 to 9. Okay, he's like, okay, let's do that. I'm like, 7. This guy was shocked. This guy was just shocked when I did that, okay? Because just understand that we are connected, okay? We're in different bodies, we have different personalities, but to a certain extent, we all have connections within us, okay? Now, when I said 7, he was shocked. Now, he's like, okay, he was just shocked. If you saw his face, he was shocked. Now, he's like, okay, let's do that again. Because, okay, one time could really just be a fluke, okay? And he's like, 1 to 5. I'm like, okay. 3. Shocked. This guy is just shocked. He's like, well, how did you know this? And if you saw his face, his eyes were like wide. He's like in shock. And I'm like, okay, wow. Even me in my mind, I'm like, wow, like I really figured it because I'm starting to harness my energy. Okay. Sister walks in. So my sister's here now, and he tells the whole thing to my sister. And I kind of have a grin, and I'm just like, wow. Like, in my head, I'm like, yo, I'm an 11 life path. I've got that in me, right? And my sister put me to the test. And she's like, okay, Arslan, what number am I thinking? And I'm like, 5. She was absolutely amazed. Okay, she was absolutely amazed. And now they're like thinking, they're like, what? How does this guy know? Okay. And in the video right now, I want to tell you guys how I did it or whatever, like how I tapped into my frequency. Okay. And that's very important for all my 11s to know, because if you can harness your frequency, if you can harness your intuition, you can tell between what's right and wrong, and it will help you so much in life. Okay. So as soon as this happened, I started kind of contemplating, and I'm like, I'm tapped in, because I'm tapped in with my eye. I'm tapped in with my eye. Once you're tapped in with your eye, just understand you can receive messages very easily. Like, you know what's good for you, you know what's not good for you, okay? Now, I'm just like, wow. Like, to me, I was a little shocked, because I don't think I've ever done this type of stuff before. I started learning that there are 2 or 3 things that you've got to really pay attention to when you're in 11 life path for you to fully harness that frequency. Now, number one, take care of the food that you're eating, okay? Look, I know everyone has their time. I'm not trying to be hard on anyone. I'm not trying to be rude. Everyone has their time, okay? Everyone has a phase where they're going in life, where they're binge eating, when they're not feeling well, whatever they're doing, okay? You know what I mean? Like, this is not to judge you. I'm not trying to judge you. I'm not trying to judge anyone. It's from a place of love. But y'all gotta watch out for what you're putting in your mouth. If you are not eating the right foods, if you're just eating, you know, cupcakes and chips all night long, okay? Look, again, I'm not an angel. I've been guilty of this. Okay, I'm just gonna lay it out straight. I'm not an angel. Okay, I am an 11 though, but I'm not an angel. Okay, I've been guilty of this type of stuff. Okay, but if you want to tap in deep into your centers of your 11 centers, if you want to get really deep with your energy, you have to make sure you're trying to eat as clean as possible, because understand, your mind and body are connected. Your soul is not in your body. It is outside. It's in your body, but part of it is outside of your body. That's for a whole different topic. If you're on my channel, maybe subscribe so you could get to see my other videos that are coming up on these type of topics. Okay, so your soul is partially outside of your body, but there's a part of it inside of your body. So whatever you put in your mouth will affect your consciousness. Okay, if you're eating alkaline foods, okay, again, if you're eating alkaline foods, you're gonna feel much better. Okay, number 1. Number 2, make sure, now pay close attention to this, make sure you do not engage in small talk as much as possible. Okay, now hear me out. Look, if you're talking about how the weather is, that's not small talk. If you're talking about how that city is, that's not really small talk, okay? If you're talking about what you need to do to improve yourself, all these things are not small talk. What small talk is, when you are so invested in other people's businesses, when you're like peeping Tom, when you're like peeping in other people's windows, or you're like putting your ear in other people's businesses, or you're always just the type of person to like, oh, what are they doing? How are they doing? What do they do now? If you're that type of person, it's going to be very hard for you to harness this frequency. And if you're a backbiter, I'm just going to be I'm telling you very honestly. If you are a person that likes to just talk crap about other people, and this is me being honest, forget about harnessing this frequency, because you have to come with pure love. Now, don't get it twisted. That does not mean you do not have darkness. You have everyone, okay? Everyone experiences fragments of light that should be observed, not embodied. Okay? You are going to experience you're like an antenna. So you're gonna get evil thoughts. It's not like you're not gonna get evil thoughts. As I said, I'm not an angel, but I am an 11. Okay? You will experience negative thoughts. Okay? But now it's up to you. Now listen to this very closely. Are you going to observe those thoughts? Or are you going to embody those thoughts, okay? Now, what do I mean? When you observe a thought, you simply understand that it's a fragment of light that's coming through your mind. It's coming through your mind, and you are observing it. You are not identified with that thought. Okay? That's what starts to deteriorate the mental as soon as you start to identify with a thought. Now, embodying a thought is that a fragment of thought comes in. You think that you are that thought, and you start to maneuver like you are that thought. That's what starts to deteriorate you. That's how people even catch sicknesses, okay? Because people start to believe. You can't spell believe without a lie, okay? People start to believe that they are their thoughts. And once you start to believe it, you embody that thought, okay? Remember that. These are two very important things. Now, the number 3 thing, guys, pay, this is the most important thing. This is going to be the most important thing. If you want to become very psychic, pay close attention to this, because when I drop a program to teach people, this is probably going to be the number 1 thing that I'm going to talk about, is that you need to learn how to breathe. Breathing exercise, pranayama, okay? If you look, you can look this up later. Once this video is sent, look it up, because let me get into it before you do anything. Pranayama is breathing exercises. Now, you need to learn how to breathe. This is very important, okay? When you breathe, you start to open your psychic centers. You start to breathe to the mountain. Why do you guys think the prophets that you hear of had to go to the mountain? When you read guys, you guys are 11s. I want you, okay, take a moment of silence right now. Listen to it. Do this. Take a moment of silence right now and absorb that you have the 11 energy. Okay? Let me absorb that right now. Okay? So you're an 11. You're an 11. Okay? If you do these 3 things, okay? Understand that you will start to become more and more and more psychic. Okay? If you deny these 3 things, and I'm just being very honest with you, you will become out of alignment. Okay? I've been at things like this for a very long time now. Years, okay? Years. It's not like I just woke up and I talked to my brother-in-law and my sister and I started telling them all the stuff. Okay? It's not like I just became psychic overnight. Okay? You have to learn how to transmute this energy, inner chi. The energy that you have has to be transmuted, okay? These are 3 very important variables. Now, if you're a man, number 4 for you, retain your sexual energy, okay? Do get on semen retention as much as you possibly can. Look into it. Don't listen to these people that are telling you it's so healthy to touch yourself. It's all so healthy. No, it's really not. It's abnormal. I'm telling you guys, sexual energy is one of the most potent forms of energy. And if a person starts to pervert themselves by continuously and perpetually watching filthy content or continuously touching themselves, okay, this energy needs to be transmuted at the gym for your creativity or with a partner that you truly love. And that's just me being honest with you. Okay? If this energy is wasted, you are in, like, it's not easy. It's not. Once you start to retain your energy, you will reverse age. You will reverse. Okay? Now, always remember that you have the 11 energy. You have the ability to become very psychic. And let me give you guys a warning too. Okay? Do this at your own risk. Because it's amazing to become psychic. It's lovely. You see so many benefits. So many people love you. But there's always, when you're in 11 life path, just remember, there are always going to be people. Listen to this very carefully. There are always going to be people that are going to become envious of you when you start to elevate. Okay? I want you to pay close attention to what I just told you. Because when you do start to elevate, you will see people around you that are going to start showing you their true colors. It's sad, but it's true. Okay? It is kind of true. And if you think about it, ultimately, it's not that sad because they always felt that way. But like once you start to really elevate, you'll see that how people start to become a little more even reserved, maybe, because like, not everyone, by the way, but some people, because a lot of people like to come and tell us our problems, but some people that always held something against you will start becoming more reserved because they'll know that you could literally, like, you know what they're thinking about, and that scares the crap out of them because they're like, oh shit, like all these years of being fake and this guy like really now knows. So know you're an 11 life path, and understand that you are a very gifted individual if you put yourself to work. But look, again, I've said this before in my videos. You can have a Lamborghini, but if there's no diesel in it, it ain't going nowhere. Okay? It's not gonna go anywhere. That being said, all my 11 life paths, take care of yourself. Have a great, wonderful day, night, wherever you are. Peace.